It is a forum. The beginning of it is the basic of it is a forum in order to bring change. That is, it is a forum. Getting the people to share or express what they want online, create a poll out of what they want in the forum, getting that poll out in order to get other people to vote on it and rate that thing. It is a world opinion poll. Yes, it is a world referendum. So when people are not happy with what is happening, they are then able to express themselves on Global Live Vote and tell the government about what they really want to change and what they want to see. They then using Global Live Vote as a tool to discuss with the government and to express what they want to do. It will stay a very simple, a referendum system with a yes and no. So some people will probably say yes, and some people will probably say no. They all have a chance to access it. Like, if you tick the box yes or no of any vote, you agree, you accept and agree with the conditions that you are voting only once on this subject. So to be able to access the forum and to discuss online your ideas and what you believe would create change, you must log in onto the website where you just register your name. You have to put your email address on it, and that's just it. So your privacy is completely protected, and there is no way that any government or any of what you've been discussing can come back against you in the future. So you do not have to use your own name in order to discuss on the website. You just need whatever name you want to use and your email address, so we are able to contact. We can refer to one entity, which is your email address. But your email address will not be published on any documents or it won't be given out to any government or commercial ways or anything. It stays in Global Live Vote's data work just for corresponding and the logging system. And our aim, the aim of Global Live Vote, is really to provide a true image of public opinion worldwide, especially on global issues, without any manipulation, without any influence from political parties, from governments.
Did you come up with this idea because you felt frustrated that you didn't have a voice, that your opinions, there was nowhere your opinion could go? That's
exactly right. There's no way I could express myself about my disgust about wars and my sadness whenever I watch the news or the.
So when you finished watching the news at night, you feel intensely frustrated?
Yes, I do have an anger. I feel anger and I feel frustration about everything that we see happening, and I know a lot of people that are in the same case that need to express themselves and have a voice. And all of these are the things that really need to be said because of our ethics and our conscience. Because as human beings, and how we have been brought up in our societies with religions and everything that we are taught from school, from our youngest age, to respect your neighbor, your brothers, everything about society. But what I see in the world, what I see when I watch the news, when I watch what's going on, is the complete opposite of everything that I've been taught and that I really believe in, which are the ethics of good, wellness. How are we going to influence the governments that once we get the numbers, if we get the numbers, we can then lobby the governments and say, well, this is what people want. First, all over the world, there is this many people that want this. So what are you as a government going to try to do to promote that?
It's like everything that the United Nations isn't, because it's the people opinions and the people's voting.
It is the people's opinions. It is not a nation's world. It is a people's world. It's not a nation's world. So there is the United Nations that are tied up to by strings two powers, where, for example, the permanent five have the whole powers, the right of veto, and they pretty much take the decision around the world for a lot of issues that would maybe require human presence and not nation presence. So we are united humans,
Right.
if I could put it, instead of United Nations, because I believe that the humans have other values than nations. We are a selection of individuals that have ethically thought of how we were going to bring the Global Live project to life, and we have discussed how we would scrutinize ourselves and make sure that we do not slip into trying to take back power ourselves or use our powers to our own means.
So we don't have advertising.
So we do not advertise, we do not promote any interest. It is a non-for-profit organism instead of an organization, because we believe that the metamorphosis of life is eternal. Life and social life in particular are always in a metamorphosis, so we are sticking more to the idea of an organism that is able to change and to adapt itself to the situation.
So if the Americans gave you $10 million, would you be more predisposed to listen to them and promote their solutions?
No. It wouldn't be enough for me to share with the rest of the world too. $10 million. I don't know if it's alright to say that.
So you are incorruptible. That's one of the great human things, isn't it?
Yes. We are an open forum, and all opinions can be scrutinized. Everything can be watched by everybody about the discussions that are being talked, about the results of the votes, about the surveys that we are proposing. And so everyone can go and scrutinize what is really happening in the discussions, and any if someone is not happy with what is being discussed, they're more than welcome to come and join the discussion and put online what they believe that they would, and see what they would get as a result for their opinion. If they can see the possibilities of global live out, but I would like to get the support from people from like Nelson Mandela or Desmond Tutu that I am trying to carry, because I listen to them. I'm trying to carry their word out and bring it into bring it to the light and give it to the people to raise their fist for it.
Where did you get this idea?
We were sharing views on the war in Iraq with some friends of mine, and we were disagreeing with the whole process of the thing. How can you go and attack a country accusing a dictator of murdering hundreds of thousands of people, and the US went and attacked and pretty much made 1 million dead, which is much more than what Saddam Hussein had done in 30 years. Exploded.
But so how did this lead you to the idea of building this website?
It leading me to bring it because I was so frustrated by what I was seeing and so incapable of acting in any way that I really needed to find a way of getting my voice out. Part of this conflict resolution is the power to bring world opinion to bear on the conflict of the parties.